Morning. See that? That's why I'm not outside. Y'all know the buggies is outside. There's some interesting things going on outside. Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 10th. What a blessing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to welcome you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I just realized I did not bring what I needed to bring to share with you guys. I have some maybe I did. I did not. As we walk, I'm going to do my intro and I'm going to walk y'all through. I got to grab something I really want to share with you. It's Jackie Glass, Mama, Navy vet, certified doer, and it's dark, y'all. Good morning. I'm not outside, as I recognize this is that weather that most grandmamas like to call pneumonia weather. This pneumonia weather. You don't need to be out in this weather. I'm Jackie Glass, Mama, Navy vet, certified doer, and your laced up legislator for the House of Delegates, 89th District. And I am just so proud and so grateful to thank y'all for to be of service. Y'all be happy. This is a good reason. This is a good male time to be sharing. So this past weekend, we had what we call the Norfolk Democratic Committee breakfast. I'm new to these, right? As I remind people that, I have been in people politics for a very long time, and I got into party politics to do policy better for people. And so the party aspect for things is still very new to me as I sort of get my footing, but we are lifelong learners and we figure it out. And then we get a solid team. So the first Saturdays of every single month, the local party has a breakfast that affords me the opportunity to kind of do exactly what we do here on Tuesdays and Thursdays and what we do at Town Hall, and also exchange and get to know what our state and local leaders are doing, because all of that should have some level of synergy. There should be some level of understanding and cooperation, I think, across those levels. But as you sort of look at the scope of what folks are doing, it can be very difficult, as some of them are in Washington, some of them are in Richmond, some of them are right here back at home, but we all call this area home. So I think it's both urgent and important that I sort of go to those things and keep my ears open, eyes and heart, to be a better service. But I'm going to today get into some of the things that I went over on that Saturday morning. And then I have some good stuff. We have some celebrating to do today, so I'm excited about that. But before that, I want you to mark your calendars. I need you to mark your calendars. May 21st. May 21st. May 21st, May 21st. May 21st at 10 a.m. We are going to be having our first district advocacy event, and I'm so excited about it. It's an event on aviation. I'm one of those kids that I feel like everybody looks up. At some point in your life, when you hear aircraft or anything, everybody looks up, and there is a lot of workforce opportunities and STEM opportunities in the world of aviation. So we're having an event called Norfolk Can Fly. And at this event, we are going to, in an extremely representative way, because that's important too. I'm going to talk about representation in a little bit. In an extremely representative way, we will have people in the world of aviation, from flight attendants to pilots to maintenance workers. We've got partners of AIM, the Aviation Institute of Maintenance, American Airlines, Commonwealth Aviation. Commonwealth Aviation is going to actually give away 5 free Discovery flights. Discovery flights are the flights that you take when you go up to see, like, you're going to go up and see the city and maybe learn about the pathway to getting your pilot's license or maybe getting your drone license. This is for the littlest of citizens and the eldest of citizens. So I just want you guys to come out on May 21st to support. You can find out information about the event on Eventbrite. It's also on, there's a Facebook page for it called Norfolk Can Fly. And shout out, I think I'm gonna do something real quick just to tell y'all how proud I am of this event. I'll show it to y'all first, right? We have been thinking, this event originally started as an idea to try to get STEM, aviation as a STEM arm inside of Southside STEM Academy. Like, we really want to bolster that program. We want it to be something to be envied. And so we thought, hey, if we can get some folks in the world of aviation to get some curriculum, help us, like, and we're still working on that because we believe that school deserves, as beautiful as that facility is, it deserves to be the staple that it should be. And so whatever it looks like for us doing it, we're still advocating, and that takes some time, but we're working with state and local partners to bring the world of aviation. We'll have paper airplanes, drones, all kinds of good stuff. So just super excited about it. Lastly, when I say it's going to be a very representative event, I just got the logo back for it, right? I want to show y'all because I'm super proud. You guys are, I live Venice on here. I'm super proud as we work on it, but y'all gonna love this because, like we said, we're gonna start doing things that include us all. You ready? You guys ready? Do you see her? Isn't she beautiful? Look at that logo. Norfolk Can Fly. And so I want to put a special shout out to Vanita Anthony, who went out and got this logo done skis and said, I want it to look like Betsy Coleman. And if you don't know who Betsy Coleman is, then we got something new to learn today. We do. So super excited. Like, that is happening. Go to Eventbrite. Tell your mama, tell your friends, tell your cousins. Bring the babies. It's a great opportunity. If you're trying to get back to school, we got opportunities to learn how to get back to school. If you're trying to do a career change, we have opportunities for that. If you're just trying to learn more, you thought about, maybe I want to get my pilot's license or something. Come on with it. Got it. Okay. So there's that. Super excited about it. As you can tell, my cheeks hurt. That's how excited I am about it. That logo is so dope, right? Love it. Love it. So here's what I'm going to do today, right? I'm going to go through and give sort of a General Assembly update, some bills I want you guys to pay attention to. I'm going to talk about our district office and then go into some current event stuff in the next 30 minutes. Wow, is that clock right? Hold on. Keep me honest on time because I think the clock on my computer may be off a bit. Okay, so General Assembly updates. I think one thing that's really, 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 really hot in our community and really sort of a source of all of our wondering about how we're going to do and what we're going to do is definitely on crime. And there are two bills that I'm waiting for that are in conference right now dealing with crime. And let me backtrack on that. So I talked to you guys a little bit about conferencing. Those are bills that either they had changes in the House or changes in the Senate, and they couldn't come together on those changes. Like, we couldn't come to a happy medium, so they put those bills in conference. And conference is a really kind of a misleading word because a conference consists of, like, I can just go up, like when my bill was in conference, I just walked across to the Senate chamber, said, hey, I would like to speak to this respective senator. And I'm like, hey, here's how I want my bill to be. You good with that? Are we good with that? Can you sign this? And I had to get three people to sign, two from the majority party in my chamber, and saying in both sides of the House. I had to get two people to sign. So myself and two people from the majority party in my chamber, and then I had to get 3 senators to sign as well. So it's just signing off saying, hey, we found a happy medium. Go ahead and send it off so that the governor can sign it. So you all know we're in a special session, and I will probably be going back up to Richmond in the next 2 to 3 weeks. That's my guess, because we just got an email saying, hey, tell us your dates for mid-May and early June. So I suspect that's when we'll be going back. There are some bills in conference that are like super important and I need us to pay attention to. And I want you guys to lobby some folks. Okay. Like you send, you send them a message. All it is, even if you just saying support this bill, that's it. Like, that's all we need because we got to get these conferences done. All of this stuff, we still don't got a budget, right? Remember, that's the biggest bill out there and we still don't have one. Two bills that I'm looking at is specifically are the Operation Ceasefire bill. That's the one where backstory, DCJS, Department of Criminal Justice, it would have, well, anyway, let me just say, House Bill 825, House Bill 825 is more about enforcement as a means to combat violence. And I'm not like all about enforcement isn't the only thing that works. It is a piece of it, but it is only, it's not everything. So Operation Ceasefire is more like, hey, we're going to give money, beef up money to law enforcement agencies as a means of mitigating crime. We're going to get them more training and get them more this and get them more that. However, there's a bill that is connected to that. It's a Senate bill. And this is the one that's really, really important. Senate Bill 487. Senate Bill 487. Senate Bill 487. It is the bill that is carried by Senator Jennifer McClellan. You may know that name because she ran for governor at one point. That bill makes sure that there is grant money for community organizations that are already doing crime mitigation, right, or prevention, like grant money for them to grow in scale. The important piece to that is like, y'all, we always are going to say we don't got enough money to do X, Y, or Z. We heard it with the cameras. We heard it with all the things. And so if we can make sure that those organizations that are in communities doing the good work are actual valid entities, because that's a thing, right? I've been talking to some of these organizations and I'm like, are you legit? Are you a C4 or are you LLC? What are you? And they're not entities that would be ready to take on some of these, some of the grant money that's going to be coming down. So there's a heavy level of responsibility that if you see an organization doing good work, mentorship, whatever it is, as it relates to crime prevention, like we got to tell them to get their stuff together because this money doesn't stay around forever and we want them to be able to take advantage of it. Know that the Senate budget already invests $27 million to center organizations that prevent violence, not just gun violence, gun violence. But that's really, 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 really important. So keep your eyes on that as we look for money to come down because like I said, we can't expect our local budget to carry all the things, which we got to be paying attention to because I think that local budget is being adopted tonight. Just keeping all things copacetic. We did bring down, our office did bring down the Secretary of Public Safety. We thought it was really important for him to hear our city leadership and see what it is that we're doing. So he came down and visited last week. I think it was a pretty good visit. I'm sure that we're going to try to have him back to talk to some of those organizations that we talked about, to really start thinking about, have them at the state level looking at the data-driven results. Because if I heard the secretary say one thing, he said, if you can show that your program has results, if you can show, then he is more than happy with supporting it to the executive branch, right? Like, and we need that. I don't give a daggum who is in that governor's mansion. I got my feelings, but I also put my people before my feelings. And if that is a means, if we've had to relationship build in a way that makes sure that we're taken care of, that's what we do, because that's what this is about. This is all about relationship building for the benefit of our people and voting, right? Okay. Some other bills that I think y'all might be interested in. Let's see. They're still talking about the gas tax. I've gotten stopped on the street several times about what y'all gonna do about this gas. What y'all doing about this gas? The idea, the rebate was shot down, didn't clear during our reconvene, and now they still have the gas tax as an emergency order, meaning it would go in and act immediately on the books. So like, I'm waiting just like you. If you, and I mean this is not because I expect anyone to do the work that you have asked me to do, but I think that our source of greatness comes from us interacting with each other, right? Like having that, if you're like, here's an idea, here's an idea that y'all, I feel like y'all should consider. I need y'all to reach out. I need you to, like, it's super important, because I don't know, drop in the chat, like seriously, drop in the chat how much you paid for gas on your last fill up. I'm gonna drop in the chat how much I paid on my last fill up. And I want y'all to do the same, because I know it's important, right? I want you to know we all going through it. Some of us less than others, but we going through it. That's how much I paid for my last fill up. Granted, I am grateful to have a vehicle and to have the opportunity, but I was looking the other day and I said, did the price go up again? It was $425, and gosh, I can't think of the gentleman. He was helping me out. He said, "Ma'am, I have a 4-cylinder Civic, and I paid." I said, "What?" He said, "I paid $50 to fill that up." Ooh, Charlene, you didn't fill all the way up. You must not have been filling all the way up. No joke, though. No joke. $95, $51, $65, $21. Like, no joke. It's real out here. And I want you to know that we know it's real and we're taking these things seriously. What you can always bet on, is that I know that there are a lot of moving parts right now between, us getting a budget, us not knowing if we're going to have to run for office again, whatever that is. Like, there's so many things, like as a state legislator, that I know our team is holding in our hands while trying to be the best support with you. Know this, we will always put our job to our constituents before our personal interests. Okay? Meaning, there are things that I know would look good right now, that I could do right now, that it's like, oh, that'll look good for me. But we have been called to serve. And it's when we get to the point where we can hold both the things that are bolstering, because the work, I feel like, is the thing that bolsters, and in the constituent work, those are the things that we always put what it is that we can do for y'all first. But I need your help in that. So like I said, if you've got any great ideas, it don't even just have to be on gas. Do not hesitate to reach out to our district office. So what you do need to know, getting in contact with us, is we are still having town halls every month. This month will be Berkeley. We'll be doing one at the senior center, one at the rec center. We have the monthly newsletter. If you haven't gone to delegatejackieglass.com and signed up for the newsletter, do that. We're on monthly right now. When we're in session at the beginning of the year, we do it weekly, but now we do it monthly. Okay. We just sent out an end of session mailer, and let me just for everyone to understand is that the mailer is, I get a state budget that allows me to send about $800 worth of mail to constituents. And we have to really weigh who gets that mail and why they get that mail. We made the determination that it was probably the most advantageous to send that letter to our citizens that are probably not on social media or have email or anything like that. So we decided to send the mailer through our state budget, because it can't be campaign stuff. It's only resources and good information and sort of a wrap up of our session to our seniors in all of the respective senior citizen homes in our district, and some of the seniors that are outside of that. So like, we looked at people that are 75 and up, and we prioritize them with putting mail in their mailbags. And I hope that you guys can empathize with that. When I fundraise a bit more money and I'm able to send out a mailer to the masses, I will do that. But like, I'm keeping it real with y'all. Everything's a cost, right? Everything's a cost. So I have to do a bit of work on the other side, go begging for money so that I can make sure that I have the resources to get things to put in your mailbox so you can get that district update. But I really value those of you who show up here, that you share that information, let folks know that there are touch points, support people having those touch points, because I know we're not going to get in every single person's mailbox. We're going to work, it's come August, to get it all the civic leagues that we can, but we're not, right now, like I said, infrastructure. We want to be able to do it and do it well. And then we also have this Tuesdays and Thursday lives for Facebook. So like these are all the touch points that we've created to make sure that we're interacting with you all, because it's super important. Speaking of fundraising, I will be hosting a fundraiser on June 1st, and it'll be celebrating people, funding our purpose. We're going to be honoring those folks that we put in commending resolutions in, and also fundraising for a couple different things, right? Really excited about the college call-in program that will be launching. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to pull up the college call-in so I can tell you guys a bit about it. College students our college kids starting to come back home. They're starting to come back home. I can do that. Charlene, I didn't think about putting the mailer on the website, but I can definitely do that. I can do that. I can definitely put the mailer up on the website. I need to start doing things like that so that you all have access to what we have going on. All right, here we go. I'm going to find the college call-in, which I'm super excited about. We will be having an opportunity for college students to learn and grow with us. Here we go, right? So this program, the purpose of this is to engage college students through paid research. And so we will have an RFP, right? A request for proposal, initiating these research initiating the research project. And I'm reading my thing. College students will have the summer term to act on them. They'll be judged by myself and our team, and a formal agreement will be made with the winners. With the winners of the RFP. This will be on the website. Yeah. Okay. It'll make it to share. We'll do. I appreciate that. So we will be giving stipends out for the college call-in project. So there's 4 different areas. I think I added one too. There's 4 different areas that we'll be asking for research projects. That'll be a $1,250 stipend plus expenses that the college student needs to be able to complete the project. There will be a project on General Assembly voting records. So we are looking for them to create a searchable voting history data. So like if we want to look up what affects a specific topic or a specific legislator, we'll be having that piece. Police interrogation will be another research project. So identifying, categorizing, analyzing existing federal and state local laws regarding custodial interrogation so that we can start bringing some bills that are in line with best practices. I'll tell you what is really on my mind is I just don't think that when we interrogate minors, that we should allow police to tell lies. So that is, as the young mind sort of is very different from the adult mind. And as we build out bills and build out the policy work groups, we want to have some research on that. Childcare entrepreneurship proposal will be going out, just identifying some ways I don't play when it comes to childcare. That was probably too many days I sat in my car crying because I didn't have childcare or because I had to take my kids to work with me. Because of my childcare situation. It's no joke. So we're looking at childcare entrepreneurship and also Virginia housing authorities. And that may be very timely as today, I believe the NRHA and Hampton Roads Venture are going to be briefing council. We've got to do housing authorities better. 1, we shouldn't have them if we can't fund them. 2, they should be of service to us. So know that we are building a relationship with the Virginia Housing Authority Association so that we do no harm in this work, but we also bring a little bit of accountability to what it means to have a housing authority. We are looking for college students. So May 15th will be like a formal launch. So you guys are getting the out ahead stuff. We're doing a formal announcement on May 15th. They'll have till June 7th to put in their submit their proposal. June 15th, we're going to announce the winners. And then August 15th, we ask that they submit their work. That is exciting. So know that we are fundraising for that project. Because remember, everything comes at a cost, and it's the worst for me to have to talk about finding money. I'm just telling y'all this now. It's the worst. We have a fundraising goal of $10,000 for that, because some of that research is also going to support our policy work groups. We're raising $15,000 for the Citizen University, right? Our goal with the Citizen University is to educate constituents on how the government works. Remember that work we were doing back in January and stuff? We want to be able to train the trainers and bring people in to help you all understand this process better. I cannot tell you how many times I have someone walk up to me and say, Jackie, you're doing such a great job. And I'm like, do you know what I do? No, not really. I just know you're doing great. And I know that you can't hold me accountable if you don't have a good idea of what it is that I'm supposed to do. And I can't call you in a meaningful way if you don't have a full understanding of what it is that we do here. So it's super important that Citizen University get up and running. And then our policy work groups. We want to pay people for their time, right? We want to. Yes, Charlene, I built that program. I built that program, the home child care. Yes, ma'am. Like, actually, I submitted the proposal. That was a whole thing with me in the city way back when of, making sure we're honoring the work of people within the city that bring it to them. But the child care entrepreneurship program, I submitted that proposal to the city as a model for Boston. Boston has a child care entrepreneurship program. And back in 2020, actually it was 2020, was when did I run for city council? Yeah, I believe it was 2020. Yeah, back in 2020 is when, that's way back when, is when we built out a whole proposal and submitted that program based off of military child development homes. Now, I will tell you, because of the way that program was implemented, there are some huge missing pieces. And because they tried to implement it in a silo, and we're just being honest, because they tried to essentially shut me out of that process, it's missing some things. And what I'm still going to do now as an elected leader is help them make it better, but also look at the state level, because there's only so much I can do within the local arena, right? As far as like, I can advocate in a way and also make suggestions, but I'm going to look at statewide programs that can be helpful and not miss all the other aspects that we should have had with that particular city program. Let me say this, is that because of that proposal that we submitted, Delegate Graves at the time, her first bill was to expand our ability to have the child care home opportunity, making Norfolk's the first city in the Commonwealth to be able to licensure home child care, which sounds crazy, but it's true. But again, it still can be better, and we're going to work to do that. So know that, like I said, we are raising for the College Call-In, the Citizen University, and the policy work groups. We're also raising for staff. I've talked about that. This is a great opportunity, but it is definitely one that it's an opportunity that doesn't allow me to fully be a solution, right? Because I'm just being honest, it doesn't allow our office, and I'm saying me, but because I'm about building and delegating that infrastructure, it doesn't allow us to fully be the solution for the people that we're called to serve. Each of us get about 80,000 people, which is a lot. I'm not going to make everybody happy, but I for daggum sure can make sure that there's opportunities for me to be able to hear them out, to help them walk the office as a whole to a solution. So I want to hire people, period. And I want to pay them great wages to be of service to the 89th or the 93rd, whenever that all happens. So staff, constituent support, and then reelection. Those are the three reasons why we're fundraising, why we're back in fundraising mode, because we got stuff we want to do for the benefit of the community. And I'm about being transparent. We will take the same model we took at the city council race, is that, hey, guess what? We will always try to get things done in district, right? Whatever resources, whatever human cap, we will always work our hardest to get it done in district. If we can't get it done in district, we'll do it in the city of Norfolk. And if it's not in the city of Norfolk, if there's a resource we can't find, then there's a conversation that our office has with the Department of Economic Development to say, hey, we're missing this resource in our city. That's true. That's all facts. Lastly, I get a lot of emails about the Virginia Employment Commission. They're slow. I mean, I'm just saying, even I'm not getting good responses back, and know that we're still working on it. So if you know someone that's trying to get their unemployment information, trying to figure it out, like we are too. We are trying. And there will be some, when I go back up in the next couple weeks, I'm thinking about trying to have a walkover to figure out, like, we got to do this better. Folks are not getting their unemployment, and then it's hurting their livelihoods. And then our Department of Corrections. I get a lot of letters from the Department of Corrections that we're working to support people on. 2 current events things that I'm going to say, or 3 actually. Roe v. Wade, y'all, in the news, I'm going to tell you, the state legislator is going to be the last line of defense. We talked about this. 1 senator, all it takes in the House. This is about, gratefully, that we're not a state with trigger laws. We're good. But remember what I told y'all the other day. I got into office on the 11th. Won the election on the 11th. We won on the 11th. Went to work on the 12th. Went to the governor's inauguration on the 15th. And by the 22nd, they were already talking about how they want to change our stance. The attorney general was already changing our stance on Roe v. Wade. Like, this is real, right? And it ain't just about abortion. Like, this is about civil liberties. For real, as women, right? Like, walking us back, for real. So I feel like much of the work for the people that we do is about dignity, right? Legislating dignity, because we have people that don't really care or understand what that means. They only have their paradigm, but that's why we kicking in the front door. Recognize that there are a lot of people, a lot of folks, that the party message that is counter to our message doesn't like a lot of things and are not afraid to legislate to the things that they don't like. If they don't like books, if they don't like history, if they don't like Disney, they legislate to that. That's real. So I need y'all to be hyper aware of that as we push forward and galvanize to do our work better. Lastly, for you guys who are not politicos, this probably isn't going to mean anything to you. However, I'm going to say it anyway. Our caucus is undergoing new leadership. I get a lot of phone calls from politicals saying, hey, how did you vote? What happened with the leadership? What's the shakeup? What's happening? And to that, I say, I am not. I have no comment, right? I am super grateful to have been able to vote in a caucus election without fear of reprisal and ostracism, because it was a secret ballot. And I look forward to our caucus, right? The Democratic House Caucus working together, or the House Democratic Caucus working together to build it a way that is conducive to what our value aligned folks want in the Commonwealth. And sometimes we gotta work at it. We are diverse. And I'm gonna tell you what's difficult is putting a group of people in a room with many different points of views, many different lived experience, many different cultural backgrounds, and trying to get them to do the work for the masses. The other side does not necessarily have those same concerns. They don't have an Asian person over there. They don't have a Black woman. They don't have, there are a lot of different perspectives that are not in the room trying to do good work over there. Right? They're not in the room. So they have their people, and I'm sure they're over there doing good work, but they don't look like us. And so give us some grace as we collectively, as a more representative version of the Commonwealth, try to do good work, okay? I ask for that. I'm going to end on a high note, right? On a super high note. I got the opportunity to go teach SOL Learning Standard 10. 1A, which with the branches of government at a local school, and it was really cool. Delegate Glass, they sent me a letter saying, hey, our office was all abuzz. And there was one letter, when we talk about representation, as many of you know, recently, Corinne Jean-Pierre just became our press secretary, and oh my God, the houses are a buzz. They are a buzz. Seeing women do this job has been perfectly normal and natural, but seeing a Black woman do it, a gay Black woman at that, has been it's a huge step. Do you know what I mean? When people see themselves, I will tell you, this going to this classroom really reaffirmed that for me, of why representation is such an important thing. As I do DE&I work, right? I consult on that. I reckon the hardest part that for my clients sometimes is doing the D part, because the D equals representation, the E equals equity, which is opportunity and resources, and the I is inclusion, which is access. And so I think everybody wants the opportunity and resources and the access, but forget about the D, right? The representation piece. So they flock to the D and the I, because we can all identify that. But oftentimes in those spaces, if I'm in the room, they're probably not very representative of the clientele or what it is they'd like to see. And so we shy away from it, and it's hard. And so when we get that R, we celebrate it. We freaking celebrate it. Here comes my dog peeping in the room. So number one, I got this letter from this little girl who says, Delegate Glass. First off, look at this handwriting, y'all. Look at this beautiful handwriting. Look at that. She says, I really enjoyed you visiting our class today. I learned that delegates are the ideas behind the laws. You were so energetic and fun to listen to. I think it's awesome that you're a delegate working in government. You have piercings and wearing tennis shoes, ! It was very cool that you knew my dad's friend, Don Scott, which is another legislator. We actually saw his blue Porsche last night. You are a super cool delegate, and good luck on your new idea for minors. This one said, hold on, it's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. Here, this one. You guys, this one is phenomenal. And I don't want to cry. Hold on. Dear Delegate Glass, I learned a lot about being a delegate. It's very hard, and I had to do hard work every day. I never knew there were 100 delegates in the government. You are the nicest Black woman I've ever met. Keep going and trying harder to do the right thing for our country. Your Black student. And I know the classroom, this was at a private school, there were only about 3 of them in there. And this letter, okay, sometimes we just want to see ourselves, y'all. We want to see ourselves, and I'm grateful and blessed to be able to be present, in that way. The one young lady said, I thought the delegate coming was going to be formal and wearing heels. Why did you become a delegate? You're so fun. One girl said, hey, I talk a lot, and I'm a woman, and why can't women be governors? And can I do that? Yes, sister. Yes. Like all of these things. Yeah. She said, you ask us questions. They want us to listen to them. They want us to listen to them, and they want us to see them. We have an amazing opportunity, y'all, an amazing opportunity. So I got this stack of letters, and I carry them in my bag with me because oftentimes it is a reminder of, that you have to I have to have an air of confidence that lifts me up off the ground to do this work, but I need to stay grounded. And I'm grateful for letters like this that remind me that this is good work, and showing up is part of it, right? Just showing up is a part of this work. So thank you guys for this opportunity. Like I'm sitting here looking at them. Okay, I'll stop looking at them. But I express gratitude to y'all. I've taken quite a bit of your time. Brent, you said the voice of the most powerful political figure on the planet is a gay Black woman, and stand with Black women. Thank you for mentioning representation matters here. Yep. It's real. It's real, and grateful. So, bada bing, bada bang, right? This was Tuesday. I think we're going to roll into a nice cold week. Y'all, if you have little citizens in your neighborhood, if you have little citizens in your sphere of influence, recognize it is SOL time. And you remember how you felt when you had something big due at work, right? If you see them, ask them how they're doing. If they're ready for the SOLs, and tell them they can rock it out. You know, they haven't been in school for a while. Give them some words of encouragement, even if they, couldn't have. But it's real. This month is really real for them as we sort of transition into the summer. I think that's it, y'all. I'm rambling. Thank you for the idea to put the letter on the website, Miss Charlene. I will get to that. We will make sure that our district letter, our district debrief goes up on the website. Excuse me, still some tears. Go up on the website, and keep those ideas coming. We want to be a better service. Until next time, y'all. So grateful. It's Jackie Glass, Mama, Navy vet, certified doer, and your laced up legislator for the House of Delegates, 89th District. Let's go get it. It's Tuesday. Get at it. Talk to you guys soon. I'll see you tonight. Tonight, I'll be at council because I was on the Mayor's Commission for Social Equity and Economic Opportunity. We will be debriefing our findings and hoping that our city does something with those findings. So if you didn't know about that, please make sure that you take some time to check it out. The findings are on the city website, but we will be debriefing. Okay, Mayor's Commission of Social Equity and Economic Opportunity. So I'll see some of you all tonight, and for the rest of you, I'll see you on Thursday. Make it a great day.